Will, I want to start with you. And so my understanding is that you kind of reached out to Coke with your idea and said, hey, B. Perez, can you meet me backstage? I've got this idea I want to talk to you about. Is that how things started?
Yeah, we were on tour in 2009. 2009, we were on tour. And I asked a colleague of mine if they could hook up a meeting with the people at Coca-Cola because I had a concept I wanted to share with them. So met B. I'm like, hey B, it's Will. I'm like, I got this idea. We're gonna come back to Atlanta soon. I would like to sit down and pitch it to you guys at Coca-Cola. She never heard the idea, but she was open-minded enough to be like, okay, I'll set up a meeting. So I didn't think that was going to be the result. Thought I was going to get like the traditional, okay, let me contact your manager or, the blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So I had to make my deck. So while I was on the road, I made my deck, made my presentation.
Sounds familiar, to other people out there, right?
Yeah, but I have to interrupt him. That wasn't any deck. We're talking about a hand-carved booklet, of course, with a nice green cover that said EcoCycle, and every page you turned was a narrative. And it was unfolding a picture of how Will wanted to paint a better place for the future generations. And it was it captured your heart, your soul, every emotion you can even think of. And I'll let you keep telling the story, but it was the most powerful thing, not just any deck. I'd never seen any deck like this one before.
So, I was like, how am I going to, it's intimidating, to be in front of like all the top Coke execs. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, I wasn't sweating, but I was sweating on the inside.
I know that feeling.
Because you don't want to show it.
Yeah.
So, I presented the concept. And the big catch for me was how to convey around the concept of sustainability, how does Coca-Cola become a verb? And if you don't believe that verbs are important for companies to become, you should Google it.
Right.
So verbs are important today. What's the action from a brand? Like, what does it mean? How do they become pillars that hold up the tent around society? So EcoCycle was that verb. Taking Coca-Cola, taking the word Coke, flipping it, becoming eco-C, and you can have eco-cycles, eco-consciousness, eco-consumption, eco-cool, eco-credibility, eco-centers. You could do things like that with your verb, becoming a verb. And the technology allows you to do that, to take plastic bottles and turn them into pants, to take aluminum and turn them into glasses, and creating a commodity out of what would one call waste. So it's only waste because you waste the opportunity to turn it into something else. So that was the concept.